I'm not an expert about Denver, Colorado, but I believe the best seasons to go there, to visit, are probably spring and winter. You can get there by plane from many of the big cities in the United States. In my case, it's a 2 hours drive from Dallas Fort Worth International Airport to the Denver International Airport. I could drive there too, but it would take some 12 hours in the car. Once you arrive there, I suggest you to rent a car on a normal agency or in Turo, where you have tons of choices. And that's where I got a very nice Jeep this time. On my first day, I drove about 1.5 hours to the Rocky Mountain National Park, as you can see right here, from Denver to the Rocky Mountain National Park. So it's roughly 1 hour and 30 minutes with the traffic. It's definitely a must-see. You should definitely go to the Rocky Mountain National Park. It is really, really beautiful. And just so that you have an idea of the relief, I'm going to change the layers here for terrain. And now you have a better idea of how much green is there and all the mountain formations that you can see in the Rocky Mountain National Park. In my case, it was very cold, and there was tons of snow there. There were families sliding, and I had the chance to see some deer close to the road too. There were 3 people skiing in one of the slopes as well. So definitely the Rocky Mountain National Park is a great place to go. When I went there, I went through the Estes Park, the city Estes Park, which is right here. And you can see some of the pictures of Estes Park and the mountains right now. It is gorgeous. It definitely is worth the visit, and I would definitely go there on my first day, which is what I did. I went there in the winter. It was 20 or 21st of December, 2022, and many of the lakes and rivers were frozen, unfortunately. But that's just how it is. Then on the second day, I Googled for the most beautiful places to visit around Denver, Colorado, and the next destinations were the Mines Interpretive Park, in Calhoun, Colorado too, and that's another 1.5 hours from Denver. The roads are very good, and hopefully I'll be able to show you right here some pictures from the location. . well, I don't know what's going on, but anyways, I have a very nice video from the Paint My Mines Interpretive. Oh, there we are. So these clay formations in the Paint Mines Interpretive Park are really unbelievable, and I highly advise you to go there. So once again, this is called Paint Mines Interpretive Park. So millions of years of erosion created this incredible beauty, and there is a lot of history, geological history there. So that was my second day. On the third day, I went to the incredible Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs. So from Denver to Colorado Springs to the Garden of the Gods is another 1.5 hours approximately. There is a bit more traffic there, and as you can see, mountains in the location, and this is an amazing place. When I was there from the Garden of the Gods, I was able to see the Pike's Peak. It is incredible. But the most impressive thing is the Garden of the Gods itself. Let's see if I can open the pictures. There we are. Oh, this is, yes, here we are. These amazing formations in the Garden of the Gods were breathtaking, and there is quite a lot of wildlife there, and that's why I would suggest you to be in Denver because of the closeness to the airport, and then from Denver you can visit these places. Of course, you can also go to Boulder, Colorado, and a few other places too. So in the Garden of the Gods, I suggest you to spend half a day there, and if you're lucky, the sunset there is really, really beautiful.